I clicked on the video and I'm watching this godforsaken video and I'm listening intently because I want to manifest it. For those of you who have found yourself trying to do this and getting opposite results, or trying to do this and it's not happening and you're not making progress, here's why. This is something that you cannot brush under the rug if you want to manifest your specific person. And that is, I think, the biggest secret in manifesting.
That's easy.
In this video, I'm going to tell you guys 4 secret reasons why you're not manifesting your specific person. And if you want to see the biggest, most important reason, watch all the way till the very end for secret number 4. Being able to manifest your specific person really comes down to your full comprehension of manifesting. The better understanding that you have of manifesting, the more that you're going to be able to manifest what you want with your specific person with precision, accuracy, success, and longevity. You cannot be lazy learning how to manifest. You cannot just rush through and not actually be interested in the full learning experience, which is why I've taken my time in this video to give you guys really important details and inform you about mistakes that I see everyone making so that you don't make the same mistake when you're trying to manifest your specific person. If you want to know where people go wrong, this is where. And in this video, I'm giving you everything that you need to correct all of those things so that you can successfully manifest your specific person in the way that you want. So don't skip out, watch till the end, and repeat as needed. If you get through this video and you still would like more information on how to do the things I'm telling you to do and more reinforcement and support, join my coaching group, because this weekend I'm going live and I'm going to tell you guys how to manifest your specific person specifically, and it's an advanced class. So that's this Sunday, 2 p.m. EST. The link is going to be in the description below.
That's easy.
Hey guys, I'm Jasmine with Manifest Fast with Jasmine, and in this video we're going to talk about the secret reason why you're not manifesting your specific person. So stay tuned all the way until the end, because this is going to be a great video to help you manifest your man that you want in the way that you want, or to understand why you haven't already. Okay, I'm going to give it to you guys for real in this video. Let's get into it. I work with people every day on this topic. I hear from hundreds of people and I see hundreds of people on this topic every day of wanting to manifest their specific person, where they share with me their deep and intimate details of their personal experiences, their perspective on their life circumstances, what's going on with their specific person that they want, and they often come to me very distressed. And I see the same things over and over. These things may be obvious when I say them, but it's not so obvious when you're in the heat of the moment or in your own life, when you feel like you're in this tornado of confusion. When you're in the story, you're not manifesting. You're distracted and confused. Confusion is your signal that you're in some sort of resistant state. Confusion simply means you're off track. That's not the secret reason why you're not manifesting your specific person. Here's what I see all too often. It has to do with having conflicting ideas in your mind. You have to remind yourself that here's a preface, okay, so that you can completely understand this teaching. You have to remind yourself how you manifest things. First of all, let me just clear up for you guys that there's absolutely no reason why you can't manifest your specific person. So if you think that it's because of a circumstance, if you think that it's because of a standpoint that they've taken on that is resisting you, if you think that it's because something that they said or something that someone else said, or because of location or because of tradition or religion, none of those things actually have to do with it. You can manifest them away in a snap. I'm telling you, because I've done it plenty of times before. You can manifest or unmanifest hurricanes and everything else. There's no exception to this, and they don't have free will. Because if they did, that would mean you don't manifest your reality. And we know that we do manifest our reality. But these are the boundaries that come up in our mind. So this is kind of like a number 1 prefacing the ultimate secret of why you're not manifesting them, but we have these boundaries in our mind about why we're not manifesting them. It makes total sense when you're completely distracted from the fact that you are the only operant power here. You're the only one manifesting it all. Yeah, it makes perfect sense when you forget that. Remind yourself to remember that there's nothing actually in your way. And when you're no longer distracted by unimportant, irrelevant, unmentionable details, then you're going to start focusing back on the source of the issue, which is always you and what you're thinking and believing in your mind. That is the source of why you're not manifesting it, or why it's going a certain way, or why you're experiencing this reality in the way that you are, with the perspective that you're having, because it's all about perspective. Anything can happen and you can still know that you're getting exactly what you want no matter what. If you're not in a place mentally, emotionally, spiritually, where you can know for yourself, I'm getting everything that I want no matter what is showing up, and I know that because I know that I'm a powerful creator. If that's not happening, then you're not applying. You're not in a place where you're remembering who is the operant power, and who is the ultimate manifester, and who is the ultimate decider, and who is the ultimate creator here. The secret reason why you're not manifesting your specific person is because you don't believe it, and you have conflicting beliefs. Now that sounds all too simple, but let's talk about it, because this is something that you cannot brush under the rug if you want to manifest your specific person. If you want to manifest your man to come back to you, to commit to you, to be with you, to be infatuated with you and in love with you and obsessed with you and to treat you right and to adore you and treasure you, you can't just be like, oh yeah, we're talking about belief again. You actually have to do it. And that's the thing about manifesting, is there's a lot of people out there wanting to do it and trying to do it and not actually doing it. So that's something that we really need to focus on, is what is it actually to truly and sincerely and genuinely apply this knowledge, this belief. When you want something and you don't have it, it's because there's parts of you inside that are saying, I don't have it, it's not this way, it's not the way that I want. You're wanting, you're worrying, you're doubting, you're fearing. Some of you guys are simply afraid. Some of you guys are simply afraid of this person that you say that you want. You're afraid of what might happen if you get back together. You foresee circumstances in your mind coming up in the future, like fighting or things that have happened in the past repeating themselves. And all of this is clouding your mind and contradicting the very thing that you say that you want. On one hand, you say, I want this, I love him, I want them, I love them, I want this relationship. And on one hand, you imagine it being beautiful and wonderful and delicious and harmonious and magnificent and fated and meant to be, and you can see yourself in that bubble of ecstatic bliss with them. But on the other hand, you're afraid. On the other hand, you're anticipating bad things happening. On the other hand, you feel like they don't love you and they don't want you and they're not going to treat you right. On the other hand, you feel rejected. So whatever it is that's happening up here in your awareness, whatever the contents of your consciousness and your mind are, Those are the things that are manifesting, and those are the things that are going to manifest. So literally, when we are applying, sincerely applying, really truly applying, manifesting, what needs to happen is you have to learn, if you want it, okay? If you want it, you'll be willing to do it. If you want it enough and it's worth it to you, you'll be willing to do this. And I don't want to hear anybody say, oh, that seems like an impossible thing to do. It's not. I was in the pits of despair, and I'm well aware of what that means to be in total hell. I know what that is. And if I could crawl out of it by myself, anyone can crawl out of anything. You change your reality, and you can change your reality, and that is the only rule, and that rule is an infinite rule. There's no reason why you can't. If you want this, if you want him to love you and you want to be in this loving mutual relationship that is harmonious and blissful, and you want him to be obsessed and crazy and addicted and on fire for you, you'll be willing to do this. You have to forget, somehow blot out, somehow get rid of all these things that contradict what you want. All of these fears and doubts and worries and tragic things that you anticipate, and reliving what has already happened that was terrible. You have to find a way to blot that out, to get rid of it, to phase it out, to make it less than. You have to find a way to push it out of your awareness and your consciousness and cease to be aware of those things. And you have to start to pull in just the picture, or the reality, the essence, the awareness of this relationship that you want. You have to fill your awareness and your mind and your consciousness with the awareness of this part that you want. Just the part that you want. Only the part that you want. That's the part that needs to be active within you. That's the part that when you think of them, that's the part that comes up. The juicy part, the delicious part, the part where everything is okay and wonderful and good. You literally have to trade those realities. And what's happening with most people is they're painfully aware of what is, of this. They're painfully aware of why they're trying to manifest this other thing. They're painfully aware of what they want, to the point that the pain is taking up much more space in their awareness than the thing that they want. Most people are thinking of what they want. They see a picture of two people together and they say, that's what I want, but they're not close enough to it vibrationally to actually feel it and experience it. Even when you see that picture in your mind, the feeling that you're having most of the time when you're not actually manifesting what you want is the feeling of pain, of lacking the picture in your mind, feeling the pain of not having what you're thinking about. That's what is occupying your awareness and your consciousness and your vibration when you feel like you're not getting it, and when you're aware that it's not happening and why it's not happening, and here's why it's not happening, and here's what happened last week, and here's what happened last summer, and here's what his parents said, and here's what he said. And is it an impossible dream? The reason why you're thinking all those things is because that's a very clear, precise, exact representation of where you are vibrationally, where your awareness is. And so knowing what we know about manifesting, why and how would you manifest the picture that you want when the picture that you want is not what's clear within you? Instead of having all of these contradicting vibrations and desires and wants, you need to have one clear focus and intention that you put out into the universe, so that that can be very clearly reflected in that one way that you want. Most people will come up with every reason why they shouldn't do this, Most people will just continually be distracted, and even as I utter the words, the instructions that you beg me for, people beg me for these instructions, and I watch it happen as I give the answer, and the answer is completely ignored. It's like it doesn't register. They just keep talking about the problem and the way they feel about the problem and what they think about the problem and the possibilities based on the problem. And it's like that just went right over your head because you missed it. I just told you that if you can bring your consciousness and your awareness and your thoughts here, you can have it. Most people are not willing to shut off and shut up and cease this other thing that contradicts their dream. Don't be one of those people. If you have a firm talking to yourself, you can decide that, you know what? I clearly know and see that this is not going to help me. I clearly see that all I have to do is switch over to this. I clearly know that if I just entertain this over here, I will have it. And when I tune into it and I feel it, I have it. When I'm done with this and I'm doing this, I will have this. You can make that happen within yourself no matter where you are, no matter how difficult it may be to change the direction of your thoughts and your awareness and your attention and your focus. You can keep switching over. Within a few days, it's going to be much easier for you to maintain, and you're going to find yourself just kind of being over there. Now, here is the thing for those of you who are still like, I don't see how to do what she's saying to do because this doesn't work for me, or it just makes it worse. For those of you who have found yourself trying to do this and getting opposite results, or trying to do this and it's not happening and you're not making progress, here's why. Make sure that when you're doing this process that I just explained, you could watch the video over again if you want to get more clear on that, but when you're doing this process, make sure that you are not doing the process with the intention of trying to manifest it. That will give you opposite results. And I know that it doesn't seem to make sense because I clicked on the video and I'm watching this godforsaken video and I'm listening intently because I want to manifest it. So how am I supposed to apply what you're saying? Not because I want to manifest it. Here's what you need to do. This is just the way it works. I'm just telling you how to make it work. Okay, but this will work if you get this. And if you're ever off, it's because you're trying too hard to make it happen. Your focus in switching your attention needs to be to feel it real, to experience it now, as real as you can, to make it alive within you as much as possible. Because it feels good and nice to do so. Because you experience this other world and that's what you want. You want to experience that other world. Make the goal to experience the other world as rich and as real as possible. The experience in this moment needs to be what's important. If that is your goal, then you know one thing. You know that when you're feeling it, it's done, you're manifesting it. You're actually there when you're feeling it. The more real that you feel it, the more real it is. So just know that when you're doing it, and that way you're not going to be doing it because you're trying to make something happen. Because in the trying to make it happen, so I'm gonna do this to try to make it happen. When you're doing that, you're painfully aware that it's not happened yet. But when you get involved in just trying to feel the fullness and the richness of the feeling, because it fills you up inside and makes you feel satisfied and complete and fulfilled and lovely and inspired, there's no lack in that. And you will manifest what you want when you go about it in that way. And that is, I think, the biggest secret in manifesting. I'm going live this weekend to talk to you guys about how to manifest him specifically. And I know that a lot of you want to manifest a specific person, but what I'm teaching in this course is an advanced technique that I have not talked about much. However, I'm finally doing the course on how to manifest him specifically in the way that you want specifically. Yes, it's advanced, but I trust you guys to be able to do it. I trust you to be able to implement this. Okay, so make sure that if you're trying to manifest a specific person, you show up, and I will give you what you need to do that. You can find that link below in the pinned comment or in the description. That's going to be this Sunday, 2 p.m. EST. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. When you subscribe, you got to hit that bell button so that you're notified every time that I come out with a new video. Comment below. Let me know what you thought, how this video helped you. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.
That was easy.